I see a lot of you, let's see, Julie Walker, this is about something slightly different, but of course the game, saying that the halftime show was awful, Julie.
What?
I hope they bring back rock and roll next year, no more lip syncing crap. Justin was, he sang.
He had his track on for the dancing, but
that was the coolest part, is that unlike a lot of the artists, he actually used his own voice.
Oh my gosh, yes, and
she
he
went on
threw
to
it
say,
back to the moves that he used to do.
I couldn't watch, as you said. Maybe next year they will go back to rocker who knows how to do music. Justin Timberlake's one of the greats.
Shots fired.
But Julie was clearly here for rock and roll. So if it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. But how about the paying homage? Go ahead. Say
I mean, what is wrong with Justin Timberlake?
What do you mean?
No,
he's for Justin. He's saying, like, what's wrong with him?
Yeah.
Like, this may not be your style of music or your style.
Or you may not know all the songs like a millennial does.
Like us.
But think about this. This guy, right? This guy knew where to stand for, even if he wasn't singing, whatever. He get all those moves down on the beat, on time, interact, have fun doing it. The way he's able to juggle all of these things on that kind of a stage with last minute changes. Maybe we talk about that later. I don't know with Prince. But
we're talking about it now.
Yeah, but it's just, if that's not your thing, like, I don't really like that kind of music.
But you
that's
shouldn't
fine.
shun it.
But man, this guy, one individual, able to do all those things at the same time and have fun, and he's just trying to entertain. He just showed up to try and just do it. Imagine all the work that he had to do to get to that point. So I've got nothing but respect for that guy, because what he did, trust me, I couldn't walk up those stairs and say my name correctly without tripping all over myself. You see it, I can't even do weather for 2.5 minutes.
Yes, you can. And it's National
No,
Weather Person Day, by the way.
I think he did a good job.
We love Rob Carmark.
But let me give you
Justin.
one slight thing of criticism, just as an aside. People in Montana are not having his song Montana or him representing Montana. They're doing this whole thing. Some rich guy showed up, bought a mansion in Montana. All of a sudden, he knows everything about us. No, we don't. We're not into it. So there is criticism for this guy.
Oh, there's plenty of it.
But just
his wardrobe.
in that respect, I haven't heard anything else. I thought he did a great job.
The outfits last night in that Super Bowl performance were horrific.
Granted, his new album came out 2 days before the Super Bowl, Man of the Woods, which is the meaning behind his son's name. But going off of the woodsy vibe, I believe he wore this, and I have it marked here because I thought it was interesting.
It was like a scenic landscape on his shirt.
Yes.
Which, I mean, it had a moment, I believe, in 2014, the scenic landscapes. But I'm not here for it in 2018, and I'm certainly not here for that orange bandana wrapped around his. It was too much.
Right.
It was too much for me.
Was it Oscar De La Renta? I believe that button-up was a designer. And, people always say, oh, did he dress himself? It's like, no, he does have people helping him get this image across.
There were a lot of stylists that went into this.
Oh, absolutely.
I am positive. And the coordination of his orange bandana to the outfits when the Trolls song came on. I know there was some overlap.
And didn't he had a red bandana at another point.
But no, JT.
Okay, but I wanted, speaking of the Jays, right? Justin Bieber, who's another performer, we know him.
Yes.
I actually loved this post by him on Instagram, and it was moments after the performance. He said, loved this performance. So much prep for a performance like this, memorization, hits, choreography. While not running out of breath and singing in tune, exclamation point, you stayed in pocket effortlessly. You are a natural-born performer, and you make people all around the world smile when you are on the stage. Love cheering you on, brother. Oh, and by the way, didn't know, and he goes on to say and, like, criticize his outfit. Like,
he's a fan for JT.
But I thought, that was really bold of another performer to go into this sort of detail. Others were saying, oh, good job, yeah, great performance. But they're right. They're the only ones that know what it takes to put on a show like this. It's the greatest moment. I mean, any performer wants to be on that stage right away. Perez Hilton, who we know is the celebrity blogger, and he's known for bashing on celebrities. But he came out and said, oh, right away, Gaga did way better than him last year. He wasn't even done with the performance yet. I thought, well, slow your roll. My mom thought it was the best. You know, it's a generational thing, too. My mom thought it was, like, the best performance ever. I'm like, well, Michael Jackson,
Bruno
Prince.
Mars was crazy.
Bruno Mars.
And remember Prince. Prince had his ripping guitar solo. A lot of people, well, I think people know it now, but one of the best guitar players, just raw guitar players. Not maybe technical, but feel and how the music just came out of his guitar is unbelievable.
Like Carlos Santana.
And it's raining while he's doing Purple Rain during the halftime.
So
I mean,
that's everything.
Go back and watch the YouTube.
Nothing stops this guy.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Speaking of Prince. Okay, no, go ahead.
Okay. People were wondering if I was so upset about the clothing because I was waiting for a wardrobe malfunction. No. But this was a malfunction of wardrobe, in my opinion.
I'm all about, like, if you can rock it and JT can rock anything, like, it's confidence. You know this. You worked in style and wardrobe. Like,
I know, and I do not co-sign this.
Right.
And I love fashion. And I love the performance, don't get me wrong.
Isn't it in the eye of the beholder, though?
Oh, sort of. Except when it's just terrible.
You know, I'm gonna go on the side and say I'm here for it. I thought his wardrobe was spot on, given with a message. You know, it's all about giving a message too.
Right.
For him, I think it's like subliminally saying, "Man of the Woods, Man of the Woods, I'm a Man of the Woods." That's my new album. Go buy my new album.
Exactly. You might as well remember Macy Gray. She's like, she went to the, she said, my album drops, and then like it was just like
we were like Macy
on there.
No.
I want to get to Prince really quick and talking about why people are having issue. Everyone has an issue with something.
Every day. How did we get to 4 minutes left?
I don't know. I said 4 minutes. Like, so Prince popped up not in hologram form last night, but through projection.
Yes.
On a big old white cloth. Right, projection cloth.
Screen.
Yes,
screen. I say cloth because it was swaying, and that's what, like, I was fixated on that because I thought it was going to be hologram. Even though the family a couple days before, Prince family came out and said no, we do not sign up for like the Prince estate, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't approve of this. So JT went on to do what he does. They were in Minneapolis. This is where Prince was from. This is where there's so much pride for Prince in that town. You see it right there. He sang along to some of his words, and this was during the show, and then also, I don't know if we're going to see it, but the city lit up purple. They showed a wide shot of the stadium and the roads around it, and lighting up in his famous symbol.
Girl.
And it came up in purple. I know a lot of people cried in that moment, if you're of Prince's time, especially.
Now, here's the ending shot. Like, I think everyone universally would agree that this was really an awesome thing that they pulled off.
And
really,
this is what,
look at that.
Yeah.
There it is.
How did they pull that out? I was talking to producer Kirsty, and she was like, how in the world did they do this?
I don't think that was live. Like, that shot could have been something that they shot maybe a week ago, or let's light up the town.
In
just
my
like
heart,
Lady
I really
Gaga's.
wanted to be. I wanted that to be
Well,
live.
Lady Gaga's opening of her show was a pre-record.
That's true.
Well, hello, it's television. To get a perfect moment like that, and there weren't a lot of people on the streets. If you saw that shot, I'm like, wait a minute, this could have been the night before. It could have been 10 weeks ago. I'm honestly.
But I do want to get to this fact. Prince himself gave an interview to a magazine 30 years ago saying that using a dead artist's voice or work was demonic. And that is where this idea from the Prince estate came to not want to use anything hologram or even this. This seems like that would fall into the category. He didn't approve of it.
He didn't like taking technology and utilizing it so that you could take the past and meet it with the present. He thought that was demonic to say, if Justin Timberlake was supposed to be performing with Prince, Prince would have said, because he compared it to another artist, we should have been doing music in the same era.
Right.
And if we weren't in the same era, let it be. Like, you can love me, you can you can want to be me, you can do all of that. But don't try to perform with me. That is offensive. And he just didn't like us. He was just one of those authentic, real, like, cool people. It was like, don't use technology for me. So I was thrown off of it.
It seems like, well, first of all, who gives interviews against holograms 30 years ago? Right. So, I mean, if he was that outspoken about it then,
he felt strongly.
That's the word, and that's what you have to go by, period.
Think about it. 30 years ago, we did not have cell phones like this.
No.
We had, I think the brick maybe was around.
30?
No, that was
not
before
even?
that. Yeah, that was before that.
So it may have been not for hologram stuff, but maybe they're talking about other kinds of technology, like putting a track over a track.
But let's look at it from his point of view, because I mean, he is his own individual, and he performed the way he wanted to, and he's gone from us now. So you got to just let that go, because you cannot say, I really liked when he did this, that, and the other thing, and then take that and incorporate into your deal, because you're stealing. It's not approved. They have no word. So you have to let people's legacy, their image, their words, and all of that speak for themselves. So it's you want to do it. I understand that you want to incorporate, you want him to live on in different ways and all of that. And you know, even if it's respectful, we can agree that or what have you. But you know what? He said what he wanted to have happen, so you have to respect that.
I would think that Justin would have known, like,
I don't think,
seen that and taken it
it's like
seriously.
not everybody doesn't know everything.
No.
It has to be brought to your attention, and then what do you do after that?
Right. But your sentiments speak for the first story that we talked about too. Don't take people out of context.
Right.
Don't manipulate people's thoughts. Guys,
Yes.
This is strong information on a Monday morning.
It sure
a lot
is.
on a Monday.
It is, but the Eagles won.
Here, the Eagles won. Congratulations. As we head out, I want to talk about this poll really quick. It's 8:45 right now. I posted a poll maybe 2 hours ago.
What?
3,693 votes.
Whoa.
And this was the question. Do you think today should be a holiday? Because a USA Today poll had come out, an article, and saying that Super Sick Monday should be a thing, yes or no. People voted. So I put my own poll out there. Again, do you think today should be a holiday? As it stands, 80% of the 3,693 people who voted, 80% say yes, 20% say no. Go vote.
Who are those people?
Right now.
Our bosses.
I don't know.
If you had a poll that said, should we all have the day off of work tomorrow
It's
for
the
no
easiest
reason
poll.
whatsoever, it might be 90%.
Yeah.
I don't know who's saying no, but thank you, Twitter, for picking up this poll, because
about that though, I didn't want to have off today because I wanted to be able to talk about this.
So you were the no.
I was so pumped to be here.
Yeah, I love talking about big, especially in sports, big moments. So I'd say no too, but it's our job.
It is our job.
For sure.
For everyone else, I wish you had the day off too.